session is revitalizing and waking you up, energizing, which is particularly noticeable in the beginning of the class during the standing poses, where we're doing a lot of Sun Salutations and we're moving through poses maybe a little faster than in other sessions, and working a lot with our breath, focusing on our breath. For the latter part of the class, when we're on the floor, we're going to be needing a belt if you've got one, or you could just use a towel or a t-shirt, anything that you can wrap around your foot. So we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold, and for that it's quite nice if you can hold on to something like this. And we're also going to be using a block. And also again for a wide-legged forward fold, we're just going to be resting here if we want, or you can just sit like this. But if you have a block, or maybe a book that's quite thick, and if you have a belt or a towel or a t-shirt or anything, it would be great if you could have that nearby. Enjoy the session, and any feedback, let me know. Great, so as we're sitting here and cross-legged, breathing gently and with intent, in and out through the nose. Arriving on our mats, arriving in this moment. And leaving everything behind, not thinking about what happened earlier this week, not thinking about what we're going to do later today. Really connecting with our breath, feeling how the energy is coming into our body as we inhale, feeling how we're exhaling tiredness as the air leaves the body. Session today is going to be a bit focused on sort of waking ourselves up, revitalizing our body, and maybe you can feel into your body how the movement is affecting your energy levels. Notice how you're feeling now, maybe comparing after class. Just noting, not judging. Breathing into our abdomen, feeling the abdomen expand, moving out like a balloon, exhaling, the belly button moves towards the spine. Inhaling, the abdomen expands, exhale, the abdomen moves together. Inhale, feeling our ribs move apart, creating length and width in our chest. Exhaling, feeling our ribs move together. Inhale, our ribs move apart as our lungs broaden, our lungs fill with oxygen and air. Exhale, the air leaves our lungs and our ribs move together. Inhale, we're feeling our chest rise. Exhale, feeling the chest and the shoulders lower. Inhale, chest, the collarbones rise. Exhale, we lower, we sink into our seat. Now noticing all those three parts of the breath in one breath. Inhaling the abdomen, the ribs, and our chest move. Exhale, first our chest moves down, our ribs move together, our abdomen comes in. Taking a few more breaths like that yourself, noting where you feel the breath. At the end of the next exhale, we're going to gently blink our eyes open. And we're going to now, on the inhale, raise our arms, make a nice big circle overhead. Exhale, we're moving the hands down, we're moving our palms so that they're facing the floor. Imagine you're pushing something down. Inhale, you're moving your palms again to face the ceiling. And then they touch overhead, pulling our shoulders down. Exhale, the palms move to the side and we're pushing down. Imagine the air is toffee or jelly. Inhale, you're really moving your arms, you're engaging the fingers. Maybe looking up to the hands as they touch. Exhale, moving down. One more. Inhale, palms facing up. Fingers, arms engaged. Looking to the fingers. Exhale, hands move down. Lovely. We're now going to do quite a dynamic side stretch. So we're going to place our left hand by our left glutes. And we inhale, we're raising the right arm. Exhale, we're staying here. One breath, inhale. And on the exhale, we bring our right hand down to the ground, dragging it over the floor in front of us to the other side. And we're going to do the same stretch on the other side. Breathing here for one. Inhale. Exhale. And on the inhale, we're doing the same thing, bringing the left hand down to the floor, dragging that hand over the ground, bringing it next to our side, and same thing here again. Lovely. Breathing here, inhale, exhale. Inhale, we're bringing that right hand down in front of us. You can look at your palm if you want to follow the hand to the side, bringing it down once you reach. And raising the left arm overhead, coming here, inhale, exhale. And inhale, bring that hand down again, the left hand now, looking at the palm, following it, bring it towards the side, right arm up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time on the other side, so dragging the right hand over the ground and coming to the other side. One breath here, inhale, exhale. Inhale, and on the exhale, we're pushing into that right hand and we're coming into center. Beautiful, lovely. We're going to come into tabletop. So we're going to bring our hands under our shoulders. Maybe let's just do a quick, one of our wrist mobilizations just by rocking forward and backward as we're here in tabletop, just a few times. And then maybe two more, and coming into stillness. Lovely. Here in tabletop, we want our hands under our shoulders, wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in line. Hands shoulder width apart. Knees are under our hips, hip width apart, and the toes are, you can flex them, but I quite like to have them untucked, so the toes just pointing back. To breathe here, we want to have our chest open, and on the inhale, we're going to raise our right arm up, the palms facing into the middle, and exhale, we're bringing that right hand down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left hand goes up. We want it in line with our torso. Exhale, left hand goes down. Inhale, raising the right hand, and we're also lifting that left leg, so diagonal. I'm just going to stay for one breath. We're pressing into the hand, into the knee, lifting ourselves up. Inhale, and exhale, we're bringing that right hand down. We're bringing that left knee down, or leg down. Inhale, we're lifting the left hand, left palm again into the middle, and the right leg now. You can flex the toe or point the toe, but you want to engage the foot, whatever you do. Pressing into the ground. Inhale and exhale, left hand down where it was, right knee down. One breath here. And on the inhale, we're raising the right hand and the left foot, left leg off the ground. We're going to bend our left knee bring our toe up as high as we can. We're going to see if we can grab that back foot, if we can bind. If not, that's fine. You can just leave your hand up. Stay for one breath and let go. If you grab the foot, bring the hand and the knee down. Lovely. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Grab if you can. Inhale, raising the left hand up. Right leg. Really pushing that, bending the knee, pushing the toes to the ceiling and trying to grab the foot. If you can't grab the foot, just keep the leg bent and you can either have the arm pointing back or straight in front. One breath here. And exhale, hand down, knee down. Now it's going to get a bit trickier. So we're going to raise our, I'm just going to show you on the left so you can see better. Raise our left or right, whatever is better for you, right hand. And then the same leg, so really balancing here. A little trick you can do is you can bring your the shin or the calf of the lower leg of the, so the left, well no, I'm on the right, so my right hand and my left are staying down. So bring that a little bit out past the side of your mat. That way you've got a little bit more contact to the ground. I'm going to stay here for one breath, balance. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale, hand down, knee down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So hand up and leg up on the same side, balancing here. And the legs, exhale, going to bring that hand down, knee down. And now we're going to try to bind that. That's going to be a bit more wobbly, so give yourself a go. So we're going to raise, so I'm raising my left leg here, my right hand, I'm going to bend that left knee and trying to bind. Just hold for as long as you can. Trying for one moment. Great, lovely, and coming down. Really challenges your balance. Nice little trick there. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to raise the other leg and the other hand. We're going to bend that leg, see if we can bind a foot, and let go. Bring the hands down. Challenging our balance, waking ourselves up fasting in the morning. We're going to come back into our tabletop, so setting it up again. Wrists and the elbows and the shoulders, hands, shoulder width apart, knees and shoulders, and the hips. We're going to do a couple of cat cows. They're really nice and revitalizing, so nice to do first thing in the morning when you get up. So on the inhale, we're going to arch our back, really nice curve, like a C, looking to the corner, the top corner of the room, where ceiling and wall meet. Exhale, we're rounding the back, chin to chest, looking towards our belly. Inhale. We're arching again, looking up, feeling the stretch in our throat, shoulder blades together, maybe bending the elbows a bit if that feels good. Exhale, shoulder blades are pushing apart, creating a capital U shape, a horseshoe shape in our arms, tucking the pelvis a little bit, looking to the belly. Inhale, arching that spine, really extremely, shoulder blades together, but shoulders away from the ears, looking up. Exhale, pushing the ground away as we round our back, our shoulders, tucking the chin, and engaging the abs as we squeeze the air out. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, one more arch, like that cow. And exhale like that angry cat, rounding our back. I'm going to come into neutral spine here, tucking our toes. I'm going to push, lifting the knees off and pushing into our first downward dog. Being gentle here, I'm going to press
Maybe walk the dog, bring the heel of one foot closer to the mat while it's bending the other, switching over. That's nice to waking up your calf muscles, your hamstrings. Could also lift one leg up slightly in the air as you bring the heel of the other foot down, and then switch over, whatever feels good to you, to waking up your body. Coming to center and stillness now. And we're going to set up our down dog like we mean it. First one, hands are shoulder width apart, fingers are really nice and wide, pressing them through the whole hand, so the ball of the hand and where the knuckles, the fingers meet the palm, also the fingers to protect our wrists by pressing into the hand. Our shoulders are away from the ears and our shoulder blades are moving apart, a bit like in our cat. Our back is nice and flat. That means that you have to bend your knees a little bit, no problem. Your feet are hip width apart, toes pointing forward. Your feet are in line with the sides of your mat. You don't want your heels to come in or go out a little bit. Your feet are totally straight. The aim is to, or the idea is to at some point, maybe get your heels closer to the ground, but that is not important to have a nice down dog. And your drishti, your focus point, your viewpoint, is the space between your toes. Breathing here for one, feeling how this down dog feels, so we know what we're doing next time coming into this pose. Now we're going to start slowly walk our feet towards our hands, and stopping behind the hands, feet hip width apart. We're just going to hang here. Maybe grab your opposite elbows with the hands and just hang, swaying if that feels good. Feeling that stretch in your hamstrings and the back of your legs and also in your lower back. Now we're going to really bend our knees so that our abdomen is resting on our thighs. We're tucking our chin to our chest. We're letting go of the elbows now, chin to chest, and rolling up. We're starting to straighten our knees, then slowly we're lifting our torso off, and we're coming up, and the chin is lifting last. Coming up, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the head. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to start with a couple of Sun Salutations, best way to wake up your body. For our Sun Salutations, we're going to come into Tadasana, mountain pose. So for that, we're going to stand, come to the front of our mats. We're going to bring our feet either together, or if you find it more comfortable, you can have them hip width apart. But if you want, bring them, I always have them together, toes touching, and we're going to lift all our toes off the mat. We're going to see if we can spread them really nice and wide. And now starting to lower with the little toe, the ring finger toe, the middle toe, the second toe, and big toe. Now you may be seeing a little bit of space, a little bit of mat through your toes. And maybe lifting up slightly off the heels and placing the heels down. Find that that gives a really nice solid grounding. I'm going to roll our shoulders up, back and down, so our chest opens nicely. Arms by the side of the body, palms facing forward. We're tucking our pelvis a tiny bit, and we're also engaging our abdomen, creating a really nice solid middle for all the forward folds that we're doing. Let's just imagine someone's pulling you by the hair, pulling you by the top of your head, so you're standing really nice and tall, and maybe tucking the chin a little bit, so you've got a really nice straight line the back of your neck. Closing our eyes, just standing here for a moment. Feeling nice and tall and solid and immovable like a mountain. Okay, blinking our eyes open. And we're going to get started. Inhale, raising our arms. You want touching the hands, looking to the thumbs, pulling the shoulders down. Exhale, we're folding down, flat back, engaging the abdomen. Hands by the side of the feet, bending the knees if you have to, it's early. Inhale, half forward fold, hands to shins, looking straight down, sort of where our nose would meet the ground. Inhale here, exhale, hands down, we're stepping back with the right leg, followed by the left leg, into a nice firm plank. In plank, the arm shape here is similar to down dog and our cat. So shoulder blades apart, shoulders away from the ears, really pushing the ground away. Exhale, we're lowering the knees, chest and chin. The bum stays up in the air. We're in this 8-point pose, Ashtangasana. Inhale, we're sliding into Cobra, Bhujangasana, untucking the toes are pointing back, shoulder blades together, shoulders away from the ears, elbows into the body, looking forward. Exhale, tucking the toes and pushing back into a down dog. You could come through a child's pose here if that's more comfortable. I'm going to stay in down dog for a moment. If you want, you can step your feet in a little bit, bringing them closer. And remembering how we set our down dog up a moment ago, pressing into the whole hand, feeling the contact, you're pressing into your fingertips even, the whole hand is active. The elbows, the eyes of your elbows, or the bend of your elbows, are looking at each other. Your elbows are not pointing forward. That's more happening when your fingers are pointing to the sides of your mat. Flat back. Inhale, we're going to step forward with our right foot, followed by the left. Exhale, inhale, hands to shins. Looking down again in a half forward fold. Exhale, hands down by the side of the feet. Full forward fold, again bending the knees if you have to. Forehead to shins. Inhale, engaging our abdomen, coming up, flat back. And exhale, hands into heart center. Lovely. Next one, other side. So inhale, we're raising our arms again, shoulders away from the ears as our hands touch. Exhale, folding down, flat back, engaging the abdomen, bending knees if you have to. Inhale, half forward fold, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with the left foot, followed by the right foot. And staying here for a moment. Again, pushing the ground away, shoulder blades away from each other. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down, bum up in the air like a little caterpillar. Inhale, the caterpillar sliding forward into our cobra, untucking the toes, shoulders lifting the chest off the ground, working our back muscles. Exhale, tucking the toes and coming into our down dog. Stepping in if you need to. Push and pressing into the hands, looking towards that space between your toes, making sure the feet are nice and straight. Nice. Maybe bending the knees a little bit if that feels better. Whatever feels good to you this morning. Raise that. We're going to step forward. Inhale, the left foot. Exhale, come forward with the right foot, feet next to each other. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down, full forward fold. Maybe the legs are a little bit straighter now. And engaging the abs. Inhale, so coming up, flat back. Exhale, hands into heart center. Going to do definitely one more round, maybe another one. Sun Salutations are the best way to wake you up in the mornings. If you feel like you want to move but you don't know how, don't want to do a full workout, or you don't want to go for a proper run, just doing 2-3 Sun Salutations is a really nice way just to get the blood flowing. Alright, let's keep going. So inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, folding down. Full forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half forward fold, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with the right foot, followed by the left foot into plank, and exhale straight away, coming down into Little caterpillar. Inhale, sliding into cobra. If you want, you could lift your hands off the ground to only be held up by your back muscles, but don't worry about it. And exhale, we're tucking the toes and coming into our down dog. Breathing here, always connecting back to our breath. After we go through these movements, we find a bit of stillness. Breathing in and out through the nose. Next inhale, we're stepping forward with the right foot. Through the exhale, followed by the left. Inhale, hands to shins, so looking down, half forward fold. Exhale, hands by the side of the feet, full forward fold, maybe getting a bit straighter. In full forward fold, imagine you're pushing the mat forward with your hands. That will help you get a little bit straighter in the legs. Inhale, engaging the abs and coming up. Exhale, hands into heart center. Other side. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, folding down. Full forward fold. Inhale for a half forward fold, hands to shins. Or if you're feeling warm, if your hamstrings are warm, you could even bring your fingertips to the ground below your shoulders. Hands down, exhale, stepping back with the left foot, followed by the right foot. Coming down, knees, chest, chin. And inhale, coming into our cobra, toes pointing back, maybe lifting the hands off the mat again, working our back muscles. Hands down, exhale, pushing into our down dog. Stepping in if you need to, breathing here. Next inhale, we're stepping forward with the left foot, followed by the right foot through the exhale. Inhale, half forward fold, hands to shins or fingertips to mat. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, engaging the abs, abdominal muscles, coming up. Exhale, hands into heart center. Let's do one more round. 3 sun salutations, a nice way to wake up. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, half forward fold, whatever version you want. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with the right, followed by the left into plank and coming down, knees, chest, chin, into Ashtangasana. Inhale, cobra, maybe lifting the hands up, hands down, and on the exhale, into our down dog. Fingers pointing forward, toes pointing forward. Breathing here. And next inhale, we're stepping forward with the right foot, followed by the left. Inhale, half forward fold, wherever you are. Exhale. Full forward fold. Inhale, engaging the abdominal muscles to protect our back as we come up. And exhale, hands into heart center.
There is no incoming call.
The legs are getting involved as well in yoga. Okay, other side. That's the last sun salutation, so enjoy it. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, folding down, flowing. Inhale, half forward fold wherever you are. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with the left, followed by the right into our plank. Lowering knees, chest and chin. Inhale, sliding forward into your cobra. Shoulders down, together the shoulder blade. Exhale, pushing into our downward dog. Setting up our feet, making sure our fingers are pointing forward. This is the last down dog for today, so really work it, really enjoy it. Feeling your hamstrings, your calves work. Breathing here. And on the next inhale, we're stepping forward with the left foot, followed by the right through the exhale. Inhale, half forward fold wherever you are. Exhale, full forward fold. And inhale, coming up, flat back. Exhale, hands into heart center. Lovely. I hope you're awake now. I am. And we're going to stay at front of our mat. We're going to come into Uttanasana, or chair pose. For that, we're going to be bending our knees. We're going to sit back as if we're sitting on an imaginary chair on a really dirty toilet and you don't want to touch it. As you look down on your knees, you want to be able to see your big toes. If not, you have to shift your weight, your knees back a little bit. Bring your hands into heart center. You want to have a flat back here as well. You don't want to push your bum out, but nice flat back. If that means that you have to come up a bit more, that's fine. If this is your chair, perfect. If this is your chair, great. Just going to stay here. Stay here for 3 breaths. Feeling our legs working. Okay, and now I'm coming to a twisted chair. So we're bringing our left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So we're twisting over here. And as you do this, before you move and look over your right shoulder, make sure that both your knees are in line, not that one sort of shimmies forward. That makes it a bit easier for the body, and the body will always try to cheat. If you're happy with that, then press into the elbow and look over your right shoulder and try to maybe get that right elbow closer to your body. Wonderful. Stay here for 1. And we're now going to shift our weight into that right foot. We're going to step back with the left foot into a twisted high lunge. Working our balance here a little bit. Lovely, guys. Staying here for 1 breath. And on the next inhale, we're letting go of that twist and just coming up into standard high lunge. Maybe looking back, bring that foot in a little bit. We are going to square our body, our shoulders and chest, shoulders and hips, are on top of each other, both pointing forward. We're going to have our hands up overhead. We're going to bring our hands now into heart center. And from here, we're going to step into chair again. So bring that back foot in and trying to step forward and maybe losing our balance. And once we're at the front, we're going to set up our chair again. Playing with that balance. Staying here for 1 breath. Really feeling a heart race as we're working. And we're now going to twist to the other side. So bringing our right elbow to the outside of that left leg. Oop, losing my balance again. Again, making sure before you twist that your knees are in line, that not one is sneaking forward. And then pressing into, maybe trying to bring your hands, your thumbs to heart center with your prayer. As you twist, staying here for 1. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, we're going to shift our weight into that left foot now and trying to step back without losing our balance. If you do, that's fine. I did. And twisting here in a twisted high lunge. Staying for 1. And now we're going to come up into a standard high lunge. Again, squaring shoulders and hips on top of each other, making sure that your knee is not falling in, the front knee. Staying here for a moment. Feeling your legs burn. And now we're going to bring our hands into heart center again. We're going to try to step forward into our chair again. So come stepping off that back foot and bring next to the front foot. Brilliant, well done guys. Just staying here for another 3 breaths in our chair. And we're going to straighten our legs. Maybe shake out our legs a little bit. Definitely work that. I think we're definitely a bit more awake now. Great. Okay, so we're going to step back with our left foot. Nice wide stance. Going to bend the front knee. We're going to come into a warrior 1. If you need to come onto the ball of the back foot, again you want to do your best to have your shoulders and hips on top of each other. If that doesn't work, with your heel down. So coming into a warrior 1, and from here, I want you to lower your left hand and put it on your thigh, on your back thigh. As we inhale, we're reaching to the sky, and exhale, we're sliding that left hand down the back leg into a reverse warrior. Keeping your front leg bent, there's the temptation to take a bit of the bend out. So bending, re-bending that front leg. Inhale, coming up a tiny bit, and exhale, we're sliding down again. Inhale, we're sliding up a little bit. Exhale, we're sliding down. Inhale, we're sliding up. Exhale, sliding down. We're staying here for a few breaths now. Your drishti, your focus point, could be either the palm of your right hand, the top hand, or you could just look to your back foot, whatever's more comfortable for your neck, or you could just look sort of kind of in front of you. And we're going to inhale, slide up the leg, and lower both arms, straightening that front leg. Lovely. We're going to point both feet to the front. Maybe a tiny bit pigeon toes, so that the toes are facing each other a little bit. We're going to inhale, hands on our hips. Exhale. We're just going to come down, bringing the hands under our shoulders. Really nice, guys. We're going to bring our right hand right under our face. And inhale, we're lifting the left hand off the ground, and we're doing a twist here. So the left hand is reaching for the ceiling. Really nice. Trying to maybe get our shoulders on top of each other as much as you can. It's okay if you can't get it too much. Breathing here. Now we're going to bring on the exhale, that left hand down, placing it where the right hand was. And we're now raising that right hand, opening our chest, trying to stack our shoulders on top of each other. Fingers are reaching for the ceiling. Looking to the ceiling or just straight ahead. With the next exhale, we'll bring the right hand to the ground as well. Inhale here, bringing our hands to our hips again, but we're staying down nice straight back. And on the next inhale, we're coming up gently with a flat back. Lovely. We're now going to point our left toes sort of out in front, out to the short end of our mat. Our right foot stays down, or if you want, you could come onto the ball of your foot. We're going to come into a warrior 1 on the other side here. And staying in a warrior 1 for a moment. And then we're going to place our right hand on our right thigh, the back leg. Inhale, reaching for the ceiling, and exhale, sliding down. Again, making sure that we're re-bending that front knee a little bit, and if we're taking some of the bend out. And inhale, sliding up a bit. Exhale, sliding down, sliding the hand, right hand down that back leg. Inhale, sliding that right hand up the right thigh. Exhale, sliding that right hand down. One more. Inhale, sliding up a bit. Exhale, sliding down and staying here for a moment. Couple of breaths, looking towards the left palm or to the ground. Whatever's more comfortable on your neck. Might be different for this side. Be gentle with yourself. And on the next inhale, we're coming up, lowering the other arm, straightening that left leg, and we're going to point the toes to the front again. Coming again, both straight legs here, bringing our hands on our hips, inhale, and exhale, we're folding down, placing the hands under our shoulders. Just going to stay here for a moment. Inhale, coming a bit high, coming onto your fingertips, and exhale, we're folding down, just aiming the crown of your head to the mat. Doesn't have to touch the mat at all. Just hanging here for a moment, feeling that stretch in our back legs. In the back of our legs, the hamstrings. Inhale, we're going to come onto our fingertips again. Exhale, hands onto our waist, and inhale, flat back, we're coming up slowly. Wonderful, really nice. We're going to point our right toes to the front of the mat again. We step forward, just coming to the front. Lovely. We're going to do a balance now. And for our balance, we're doing dancer's pose, or king dancer's pose. Natarajasana. So for that, we're going to start standing on our right foot. So maybe again, lifting all the toes of your right foot into the air, spreading them out, lifting the heel a little bit, really solid grounding in that foot. We're going to bend the left knee. We're going to just imagine like after a run, you're just doing a run stretch here. And you're going to hold onto your foot, maybe trying to bring your knees in line, holding it with both hands. And now we're going to try and hold the instep, the inside edge of your left foot with the left hand, letting go of the right hand. I'm going to slowly hinge from the hip here, very slowly coming down, and I'm going to stretch that right hand out. If you want, you can bring it into Vyam Mudra, ring finger and thumb touching. And then at some point you're kicking into your foot into the hand and creating that O shape. Lovely. Whoop. And holding as long as you can and then coming out. Maybe slightly more elegantly. Other side. It's quite a intense balance, but I think it's kind of like a fun one to play with as well. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Lifting all your toes on the left foot into the air, placing them down one at a time. Bring the heel maybe up a little bit, really nice firm grounding. If that heel thing doesn't work for you, then don't do it, but I quite like just that little, sort of feels like my foot snuggling down a bit more. Now I'm going to bend that right leg and bring that right foot into both hands. And holding that foot as if we're doing that post-run stretch. Trying to press, oh gosh, you'll see that one side will always be a bit easier. The other will be a bit more of a challenge. Great. When you're feeling a bit like you've got a balance here, again, hold the instep, the inside edge of the right foot with the right hand. Letting go with the other hand, stretching that out, maybe Vyam Mudra if that feels good. And we're going to slowly hinge from our hip. And then kicking into that hand. And coming into our dancer's pose. And coming out of it. Well done for playing with that, guys. Yay, nice one, son. Yeah, definitely a bit of a challenge, but a good one. Let's come to the floor now. We're going to do that through a vinyasa. So we're going to stand at the front of our mat, feet together, shoulders down. Let's roll them back, up, back, down. And inhale, we're raising our arms. Exhale, folding down, full forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Stepping back with either foot. Coming into plank, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide into our cobra. Exhale, push back into a down dog. Now this is really the last down dog. And now we're just going to come onto our knees, maybe coming into a brief child's pose. Child's pose, sitting on our heels, forehead to mat, if you can get it there. Just breathing here for a moment. The standing sequence is done. Bring your hands under your shoulders and gently push yourself up into a kneeling pose. Lovely. Just moving the camera. Wonderful. Great, so we're going to sit with our legs straight out in front of us. And if you have a belt or a rope or a towel or a t-shirt, you can get it now. We're going to come into just the standard seated, well, not just the standard, but a kind of classic forward fold. So we're going to sit both legs out in front of us. And you could either, we're going to do Uttanasana. So for that, you can either just sit here and grab onto your feet or your calves, ankles, wherever you are, or you could use your belt, loop that around your feet. Hold your belt, your towel, whatever you've got in both hands. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall, straightening that back, and exhale, pulling down, keeping the back flat and keeping that chest open. You don't want to round like this in order to reach your feet if that's what you've got to do. Rather be here, but with an open chest, shoulders back, than there with your shoulders to your ears. So stay wherever you are, breathing a few times, connecting with your breath, feeling that stretch in your hamstrings. Inhale, we're going to straighten up and we're going to slowly come back. Now we're going to bring our feet in, so the soles of our feet are touching. Here, if you had blocks, if you had 2 blocks, you can always place the blocks under your knees if that's more comfortable in this cobbler pose. And my other block is not in this room. Or you can just sit here. We want to open our feet like the pages of a book. So we're placing our fingers on the outside, on the back of our feet, the thumbs on the inside of our feet, just below the ball of the foot, just where it's like soft. I'm going to open and pull the feet open. That might help a little bit with the openness here, but wherever you are, that's perfectly fine. We're just going to sit here. Nice straight back, tucking the chin to our chest. Let's just look at our toes whilst we breathe. Letting go of the feet, maybe bringing our knees together and just hugging our knees. Bringing our forehead to our knees towards that direction. Just rounding our back here, releasing the back. And lifting our heads. I'm going to straighten our legs out. I'm going to bring them as wide as we can. But we want to, as we bring our legs wide, we want to still be sitting straight. You don't, like the temptation is to bring it really wide, but then your posture goes a bit funny, like your back bends a bit. So it's better to bring your feet in a little bit and sit nice and tall. And here, what we're doing with our feet, we're not really flexing our foot. If you look at this foot, we're not flexing like crazy and we're not pointing like crazy. I saw this, someone called it a floint, so the midpoint between a point and a flex. So like this, subtle, but you're bringing your heel up a little bit and your foot is flexed a bit. The reason why we're doing that is because if you just feel like really pointing your foot like crazy or flexing it like crazy, your calf is very, very active when you do that. And that means that sort of your leg is not really in contact with the ground. Whereas if you do this midway point, your calf is a bit softer and you've got more contact between your leg and the ground. Maybe just have a bit of play with that now, really flexing the foot like crazy, pointing the foot like crazy, feeling what that does to your calf, and then coming to this midpoint, sort of figuring out where that midpoint is for you. Coming there. Just going to sit here. If you want to fold forward a bit in this pose, you could either just place your hands in front a little bit. If that doesn't work for your pose, you could just for your posture, you can just bring your hands behind you. Or you could also just place a block in front of you and put your hands on that block. You could bring your elbows down. This is a really difficult pose. I'm not brilliant at this. That's okay, we all have different bodies, we all struggle with different poses and excel in others. Just breathing here, wherever we are, and just feeling that stretch in our inner thighs, connecting with our body. Wherever we are, I want you to come up now. I'm going to do a little twist here, or just stretching over one leg. And here you could again get your belt and just loop it around your foot or your towel or whatever you have. Or you could just grab the thigh, the calf, if you can reach your ankle, I can't. And we're going to make our body, our chest, face over that leg. So we don't want to be going like that. We want to have our chest nice, pointing over this. We're going to grab our belt or whatever you've got. Inhale, stretch up, nice and open chest. And exhale, fold down here. Keeping that back nice and straight, not bending the back. That means that you're just up here, that you're not going very deep. That's perfectly fine. That's better than going like this. Rounding your shoulders, bringing the shoulders to your ears. And just staying here. As you pull at, if you've got a belt, that floint is probably going to go. You're actually flexing your foot now. Inhale, we're coming up, and exhale, we're letting go. And do the same thing on the other side. So if you've got your belt, flip it over the other foot. Again, squaring our chest so that it points over that straight leg. Inhale here, and exhale, fold. Again, rather than curving your back too much, just staying higher, but having a nice straight back and an open chest. Breathing here. Nice. Noticing which side, one side is feeling better than the other, not better, but if you're coming deeper on one side is more accessible to you. On the next inhale, we're looking up, straightening our arms, and then we're letting go. Lovely. Bringing our, if you had a block in the middle, remove it. We're bringing our legs together, bringing the knees up. And let's just give ourselves another hug here. Breathing here, rounding that back, releasing the back from sitting up straight, and also releasing our inner thighs, giving them a bit of a break. Next inhale, we're looking up. And we're going to come onto our backs now. So we're going to have our feet, knees are bent, feet on the floor. Maybe bring our hands behind us and just slowly, gently coming down onto our back. We're going to do a bridge. So for that, we're going to bring our knees are staying bent, pointing to the ceiling, feet hip width apart. Bringing our feet as close as we can get them to our buttocks. Maybe bring the feet in, maybe also walk, sort of shimmying our bum closer to our heels, seeing if we can maybe touch the heels, but that's not that important, but just having our feet nice and close to our glutes. Our hands are by the side of the body, or arms are by the side of the body, palms facing down. And on the inhale, we're tucking our pelvis a little bit, and then we're lifting our bum off the ground, middle back, lower back off the ground. We want to have our knees, the temptation is that the knees flare out and open. We want to keep the knees pointing straight ahead. Lifting our hips, bringing our chest to our chin, pressing the hands into the ground, and staying here for 2 breaths. You'll notice that you're breathing a lot more shallowly now because you're breathing into the top part of your lungs. And on the next exhale, we're going to come down, we're rounding down, we're bringing our upper back down first, the middle back down, lower back down, and then untucking the pelvis. So hug our knees into our body for a moment. Grabbing the knees with our hands or clasping one wrist with the other hand, maybe rocking from side to side. And we're going to do that one more time, placing the feet onto the ground, feet hip width apart, bum nice and close to our heels, as close as we can get it. Hands, palms into the ground, arms by the side of the body. And inhale, we're tucking our pelvis, lifting the bum, middle back, upper back. If you want, you can see if you can clasp your hands under your back, if you can grab them. And if you can, then maybe rolling onto the shoulders a bit more, shifting up and really coming onto the balls of the shoulders, coming higher. Lifting the hip to the ceiling, chin to chest, nice round back here. Nice back bend and a little inversion. If you are clasping your hands, let go of that grip. Bring your hands, arms either side of the back again, of your body again, and on the exhale, we're going to lower our upper back, middle back, lower back, and untucking the pelvis. Bring your knees into our chest again, and rocking from side to side, massaging our lower back. And bring our feet down. And I would like us to do a shoulder stand. And I'm going to show you shoulder stand, or a couple of versions of shoulder stand before we do it. So the easiest version is just, well, not easiest, just the first version. It's just your legs up in the air. Just quite gentle. Could you also place your palms under your sacrum, under your lower back. Get a tiny bit extra height and just relax here. The other option is come into a half shoulder stand, like so. Just hands on the lower back. For that you need a tiny bit of momentum. Or we can come into the full shoulder stand. I'll show you. Again with momentum, hands as close to your shoulders as you can. And you want to bring your elbows together too. So doing that together now. Let me come down. Okay, so I quite like to start with my knees bent. Arms by the side of the body, palms into the ground. And on the inhale, with a little bit of momentum, coming up here. Inhale first, bring the feet over the head and then straightening those legs. Maybe seeing if you can walk your hands closer to your shoulders. Here, the drishti, the focus point, is your belly button, not the feet. And you really want to engage the legs, have the thighs, the calves, the feet touch. Imagine you're a mermaid. You've got a mermaid tail. Your legs are like one. And we're breathing here. Constricting our voice box a little bit, hence why the Mickey Mouse voice. Reversing the flow of blood, helping our heart. Staying here for another few breaths. And we're going to bring our knees down to the forehead, hands out, and then we're going to come down slowly. We're rolling down. Very controlled. Great job, everyone. Nice. As a counter pose, we have to now stretch our throat in the other direction. For that, we're coming into fish pose. So, again, our arms were straight, lying, legs straight up, stretched out. Arms by the side of the body, palms to the ground, and we're going to roll over onto the right side of our body so that our bum, the left bum cheek, is coming off the mat. We're bringing our left hand under that bum cheek into the middle of the mat, and we're coming down. So now we're lying on our wrist. Doing the same thing on the other side. So we're coming off the side, the right side. We're placing our right hand right next to the left hand. Our thumbs are touching and we're coming down. So now we're lying here with both hands under our glutes. And on the next inhale, we're pressing into our elbows and we're lifting our chest off the ground. And we're placing the crown of our head onto the mat. So we've got this sort of a little back bend here. The throat is really stretched. Maybe try to close your mouth to intensify that stretch. Pointing our toes. This is fish pose, Matsyasana. And breathing in. And again, similar to bridge, we can't breathe very deeply. We only breathe into the top part of the lungs. The weight is mainly in your elbows. There's not a lot of weight on the crown of your head. And on the next inhale, we're pressing into those elbows again, lifting the head off the ground and slowly, gently coming out of this pose. We're still on our hands. We're just going to remove them from under our bottom. Maybe bringing your knees into your chest one more time, rocking from side to side. If you need any other stretch, I don't know, happy baby, or a abdominal twist, a belly twist where you bring your knees to one side and look over to the other, whatever you need right now. Or if you're done, you just want to get into relaxation and come into Shavasana. corpse pose. For Shavasana, we're lying on our backs, our legs are stretched out, feet are hip to mat width apart, feet are falling out to the sides. Palms facing the ceiling, hands about 3 inches, 15 centimeters away from the body. Our shoulder blades coming in a bit together to open our chest. Our chin slightly tucked again to have a nice flat back. Breathing in and out through the nose. If you want, you could have a sigh as you exhale. And then just coming to your natural rhythm of the breath. Relaxing your face, relaxing all the muscles in your body. As you're lying here, notice where your body is touching the ground. Feeling your glutes heavily pressing into the mat. Soft and relaxed after all the standing poses. The back of the thighs touching the ground. Our thighs smooth and warm after that fire that we built when we went chair. Calves heavily pressing into the ground as well. Our heels pressing into the mat, toes just hovering in the air, relaxed. Big toe, the second toe, the middle toe, the fourth toe, and the little toe are relaxed. Our feet, calves, knees, thighs, and glutes are relaxed. Our abdomen is moving up and down with each breath. Our lower back just hovering gently over the ground maybe. The upper back pressing into the mat. Chest moving with each inhale and exhale, like the leaves in a tree in the wind. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, your upper arms pressing into the ground. Elbows and your lower arms smooth, not holding any tension. The back of your hands on the ground, your hands grateful. Just be lying here after those down dogs where they had to work so hard. Our thumb, our index finger, our middle finger, our ring finger, and our little finger are relaxed and smooth. Our lower arm, our elbow, our upper arm, our shoulders, chest, belly and back are all relaxed. Your neck and throat just lying smoothly. The back of your head heavy, pressing into one spot on your mat. The top of your head is smooth, crown of your head. No muscles
are active. Your forehead is smooth. The space between your eyebrows is smooth. No frown. No tension around the eyes trying to read or understand. Just pleasantly present here. Our jaw is relaxed, not clenching our teeth and tension. The tongue is just lying in our mouth, not glued to the roof of the mouth. Our teeth are a little bit apart. Breathing here as our face, head, upper body, lower body are all perfectly relaxed. Slowly bring awareness back into the room, back to where you are. Take a deep in breath, maybe out breath on the side. Bring some awareness into your body. Move your hands, your ankles, make circles, whatever feels good. Maybe moving your shoulders a bit, rolling one shoulder up, shoulder down. Bring your arms overhead, stretch them out, stretch your toes, make yourself tall. And as you come up, as we're lying on our back, let's rock, hug our knees in one last time. And rocking from side to side, bringing our knees over to the right, putting our head on our right upper arm, staying here for a moment in this fetal pose. Now bring our left hand in front of our face, pressing that hand into the ground, coming up gently. Coming into a nice cross-legged position again. And maybe having
breaths here. Inhaling, making again a nice big circle, starting how we ending how we started. Exhale, hands down as we're going through pudding, moving through custard. Inhale, hands facing up, palms facing up, looking to our hands as they touch. Exhale, flipping the palms, facing them down. Inhale one more time, arms up, looking to our hands. Exhale, hands down. Bring your hands into heart center. Bring our thumbs to our third eye. Clear and kind thoughts. Thumbs to our throat. Clear and kind words. Thumbs to our heart center for clear and kind feelings towards others in our lives and towards ourselves. Bowing with gratitude to the practice of yoga and gratitude to ourselves for moving today. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.